Hey, what's up, class? I chose my topic over gender roles and stereotypes, and I chose the film Mulan. So basically, Mulan is a perfect movie. It's a classic. Majority of people know it. Mulan is basically about how this young girl basically takes her father's place to go fight for war. Her father is old. He's fragile. He doesn't really have any business being out there, for the most part. But yeah, so in order for her to take her father's place, she has to actually dress as a man and portray herself as a male. So, and it's just an awesome movie because it shows that you don't necessarily have to be a male to fight in a war and all that stuff, and you don't necessarily because gender roles and majority of films, gender roles, women stay in the house. They cook in the house, they clean in the house, they have kids, they find a man, well, they find a man, they have kids, and then they just provide for their family, and they're really just housewives. But in Mulan, that's not the case. She actually goes out and, puts her life on the line in a sense to take care of her family. So it's definitely a great movie. It fits right into gender roles and stereotypes. Actually, when I was first doing the assignment, I was actually trying to figure out what movie or film, TV show I could actually use, and I know it's a lot out there, but it was also about like how can you access it as well. So like, luckily I found a great link. It's free, has the whole entire movie. It may buffer a little bit, but I promise you can watch the whole entire movie. But some movies that I was considering prior to picking Mulan was also like the movie Legally Blonde. I'm not sure if everybody has seen it, but basically, beginning of the movie, this girl's boyfriend breaks up with her because he just doesn't want her anymore. He just doesn't. So therefore, he breaks up with her because he's actually going to become a lawyer. So like she looks to become a lawyer as well. She's not the brightest or anything like that. And it's just the movie as a whole just portrays, women living to satisfy others or to get a man. It's a lot of movies out there where women are trying to live a certain life to actually be find a man's attention. And I feel like that is a huge gender stereotype because there's so many women out there who don't care to have a man. You know what I'm saying? So, Legally Blonde is also a really good gender roles movie, actually, in film. So, on my materials as well, I did add, it was an article, and then it was also two videos. And one of the videos that really stuck out to me the most is when I took an excerpt from Friends, and basically, I don't know their names. I don't know their names, but I know that it was two characters that were interviewing somebody for a nanny, and they were interviewing a male to actually be a nanny for their kid. So basically, it was a male and a female interviewing them, and the male was more so giving the other male a hard time for even wanting to be a nanny, and it's just like, who cares. But it was just the fact that he was a guy and he was trying to become a nanny for their baby or whatever. So like that was one that really stuck out to me the most, and it was just like, nowadays majority of people don't really care. So it's just like, it is what it is type deal. But yeah, some people actually do care though. Surprisingly, still, some people really do care about gender roles and gender stereotypes. But with the way the world's going, it's they are outnumbered, I should say. But I did come up with three discussion questions just to get your guys' perspective on things, and let's get it cracking. So basically, my first question is: normally in films, normally in films, women are the object of being outside of their gender roles. So like Mulan, for example, she dresses up. She dresses up as a man. She goes outside her gender roles. But my question is what is just a brief, film of a male going outside their gender role? Because normally it's always about women, and we never really focus on males. So, like, what is a way that males can actually go outside their gender roles to, be different? If that makes sense. Um, being different from their gender stereotype. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. And then my second one is, how do you feel society as a whole has accepted the change in gender roles and gender stereotypes? And this can be based off personal experiences. This can be based off of just thoughts in general, beliefs, anything. So, yeah. And then the last one is, how over time, as films have been created with the life that you've lived, or films have you seen old films, you've seen new films, all of that. So over time, how have the old films' gender roles changed over time, but not Disney films? Like Disney films don't count. We all